is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Buffalo. We are Arizona.
Statement trip, message sent loud and clear. With life left in Northern California, Arizona paid a visit and put an end to almost all hope. And they did it with the same unpredictability and confidence that has carried them through the first 5 months of the season. Then it was dancing in Denver. Another series win. The lead is 7. Do you want another number? How about 19? Back home, Ian looks to make a statement of his own in the Cy Young race. Boy, it is good to see that sight. It is fabulous to be back home in the great state of Arizona, the first place Arizona Diamondbacks going toe-to-toe with the San Diego Padres. This is game 1 of a 3-game set. All the action is on Fox Sports Arizona. What does it all mean for the Diamondbacks? You can see in the National League Western Division a 7-game lead on top of the Idol tonight. San Francisco Giants, a combination of 13 Diamondbacks victories, Giants losses. They will win the West in the year 2011. Hi, folks. Glad to have you back at the ballpark alongside Hall of Fame broadcaster Joe Garagiola. My name is Darren Sutton. We trust your week has been a very good one to this point. It's been a very good week, month, and year for Ian Kennedy, Joe. Specifically in the second half when his team has needed him most, he goes for his 19th win tonight.
Well, it looks like every time he walks out to the mound, he gains a little more confidence, and he's not afraid to throw strikes and let them hit the ball and give your defense a chance to make it. That's how you win games, pitching and defense.
And the one thing you and I, heck, we were talking about it on the drive-in, he really believes in his fastball. For a guy that doesn't throw 95, he uses it a ton.
If you spot your fastball, it really isn't the pitch you get the hitter out with. It's how you got there. And I've been a big believer all my life. It's not so much in and out, up and down, and don't be afraid to throw strikes, and that's the way he pitches.
Pitching in a big game against the San Francisco Giants, of course, another victory, another Cy Young statement for Ian Kennedy. A very different look to this team. If you and I would have had lunch together and talked about the future of the Diamondbacks after opening day, we'd say, well, this guy's a little bit older. We're not sure where he fits in. Viewers, what we're going to show you is last night's starting lineup after we show you the opening day starting lineup. Bottom line, dramatic change for Kirk Gibson.
A big change, and when you look at it, look at the names. Last night, of course, you know them because you've been following them. I have people come up to me and say, oh, you could tell in the beginning of the year that this ball club was going to win. No way. No way. I mean, you could say that to Gibson. What does he say? We haven't done anything yet. I mean, how can you win that many games and say you haven't done anything yet? But he's got the team believing. Guys, every day it's a new thing. Challenge them.
Well, and that's the one thing we will talk, Joe and I will talk about throughout the evening, that word believe. I think that's a big word for Kirk Gibson, and we will expound upon that throughout the telecast. Lyle Overbay will join us. As a matter of fact, we'll take it a step further, because remember, Lyle was a small part of 2001 as we celebrate 2001 this weekend. He's hoping to be another small part as a veteran here in the year 2011. Joe and I with the call. We'll explain when we come back.
Lyle Overbay and the rest of his teammates getting set for a very quick 4-game homestand against the San Diego Padres. We're also getting set for reunion weekend here at Chase Field as members of that incredible 2001 World Series championship team gathered to relive their remarkable run. A run very similar to the one that this year's team is hoping to make. Now, Lyle Overbay, you just saw him a little while ago, was a September rookie call-up back in 01, and he sees a great deal of comparisons to this year's team. It's our Geico quote of the game.
I mean, you look at some of the numbers that they put up in 01. It was a collective of a lot of people that did some good. So it's yeah. I mean, you look at how they won the World Series with Tony Womack getting on. I mean, just those little things to set up for the big dogs. And then, I mean, obviously Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling doing what they did consistently shows a lot. I mean, I think we have a little more consistency in the starting pitching than we did then.
That's Lyle Overbay. Interesting what he did during the D-backs run of the World Series. He was actually playing winter ball down in Mazatlan. Well, stay with us. The D-backs looking to make it a baker's dozen here at Chase Field. They have won a dozen in a row at home. They want to take care of business against the Padres. It's Joe, it's Darren, it's D-backs baseball on Fox Sports Arizona. Next.
Gila River Casinos. Play slots with your Players Club card at any Gila River Casino. You can win $2,000 to $20,000 instantly. Jack in the Box for a limited time. Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo, it's back. And it's only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Well, hi there, folks. Joe and I glad to have you back. Brad will rejoin us in a bit. And thanks for inviting us into your home this evening. This is a 4-gamer with the San Diego Padres. I said 3 as we came on the air. We're underway in Game 1. A fastball away to Will Venable from that right arm of the 26-year-old Ian Kennedy. Swing and a miss, believing in that fastball. It's a good one. 1-1 the count. Here's are the numbers, looking for his 19th win of the year.
Not afraid to throw that fastball.
A funny thing happened in his last outing as he throws a fastball again and beating the San Francisco Giants. 106 pitches, that's about in his wheelhouse. 90 of them fastballs.
The fastball will get you to throw the pitch you like to throw in a jam.
He faces Will Venable on a 1-2 count. Fastball, strike 3. Wow. Announcing his presence with authority, Mr. Kennedy. An early Kennedy stomp.
He just threw it right by him.
Skipper Buddy Black, his San Diego Padres, trying to play a role in this postseason as it gets to be a pretty tall task for the Giants to catch the Diamondbacks. As the pitch is outside, a fastball, 1-0.
That's why it was so amazing to hear manager Gibson say, we haven't done anything yet. He's got his eyes set on the Milwaukee Brewers.
High fly, ball well struck into left center field, giving it a look, watching it sail off the wall is Parra. Firing it back in, check that Cowgill out there and left, but Bartlett jumped on a fastball, so Kennedy will deal with a runner in scoring position.
It was close. Very close. He's got to start searching for something else to help that fastball a little bit, but his best pitch, his out pitch, is the fastball.
Here's Cameron Maben. Talented speed and power combination. And there it is, a sinking fastball, strike one. Well, he's thrown 7 pitches so far, all of them country hardball.
The old Dizzy Dean theory, throw it hard, fire it, you got to fire it.
I tell you, he exudes the same confidence Kennedy does. There's a pitch that dives low, a changeup. He exudes confidence, his teammates exude confidence. I think that's an appropriate word for this team right now.
Oh, yeah. They all know they're in the right spot. They belong there, and it hasn't been luck. Although, with the big wide paintbrush, that's what Gibson calls it. Luck. I don't think so. Can't win that many games on luck.
1-1 the count to Cameron Maben. Swing and a miss right over the top of a fastball. 1-2 the count. Well, preparation creates luck in some ways, doesn't it?
It does in many ways, but the phrase that he used to us when we talked to him was all out. This team plays all out. You got 90%, give me 90%. That 110% doesn't cut it.
1-2 the count on Maben. Maben's had a nice year, and that big old ballpark in San Diego, the goal is if you're going to hit extra bases, a lot of them won't be homers, so he's got 19 doubles, 7 triples to go along with those 8 home runs. He patrols the big outfield very effectively.
They got a man on second base, and it's always strange to me that here we are coming right down to the end of the season, and they're still not together on the signals. And that's the only thing you can do. Your pitcher calls you out and says, hey, am I reading you right? Got to take care of those pitchers.
I know. You talk about that a lot, Joe. Taking care of those pitchers.
You have to. They get all the credit.
You just get beat up and bruised. He has really come of age behind that plate. That pitch is strike 3. Missed a spot. There's a little luck involved in that strike 3, but he will take it. A couple of strikeouts. Let's take a look at the entire starting lineup for the Padres. Big man Kyle Blanks is due up right now. Our old friend Orlando Hudson, then it's Nick Hudley. Jeremy Hermida is in right field. Andy Perino is the third baseman, and Corey Lupke is behind. Here is Kyle Blanks. He's battled injuries this year as he takes a fastball a little bit low. One and 0 the count. The one thing Kennedy has done really well, and we don't like to get too statistical on you folks, breaks his bat, is he is stranded runner after runner in scoring position. Opposing teams hit 131 against him with runners in scoring position. Well, that's making the big pitches. Corey Lupke ready to go. Now for the Fry's Diamondbacks Rewards program, and earn points by buying participating items at Fry's. Kia Motors. Learn more. Visit phxkia.com. Out of Ohio State, tall, lanky left-hander. He's 26 years old. Corey Lubke moved out of the bullpen into the rotation. And Willie Bloomquist takes a high fastball, 1-0 the count. The numbers on Lubke, you can see the work he has done, just his 14th start this year. Very respectable numbers. As Willie takes a fastball inside, 1-1 the count. So Willie's in the starting lineup tonight.
He's very patient in that batter's box, and who knows why Gibson makes the decisions that he makes, but he makes right ones.
Pitches outside, 2-1 the count.
When he started talking about luck, I almost had to laugh. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and he's transmitted that feeling to his team. And that's over a long season, and there's the second part of his brown bag outfit. Bloomquist, the other one.
Yeah, expound upon that, the brown baggers.
They're grinders. They just come to play, and they're going to do things to win. They're going to try to steal. They're going to knock balls down. They're going to work the count to 3-2, get a base on balls when needed. Who would have thought the three of them, Parra and Roberts and Bloomquist, those are my three guys. I think without them, most guys come and they win a pennant, a lot of home runs and a lot of publicity. These guys are grinders.
I know you had a chance to catch up with Ryan before the game as well, as Willie takes a strike over the outside corner. Down goes Bloomquist. That's strike three. Let's take a look at all of them in that starting lineup as penciled in by Kirk Gibson. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com/Yahtzee to win rapid rewards points. It's Bloomquist and it's the red-hot Aaron Hill. Justin Upton, Miguel Montero, Paul Goldschmidt. Roberts is in there. Chris Young will explain a little bit more about that hand as he tries to work through it. Colin Cowgill. And then batting ninth in the order is Ian Kennedy. There's Chris back in there. Boy, what a nice addition and comfort factor for Aaron Hill since joining this team.
Where did they get these guys? You got to give that scouting department and Kevin Towers and Gibson a lot of credit. You really do.
Hill takes off the plate, 1-1 the count. It has to be the right fit. And Kirk Gibson, in speaking with you, was really wanting to make sure that he made it clear that Kevin Towers and his staff and all of his coaching staff get a lot of credit.
Everybody. It's a team effort beginning at the top.
1-2 the count.
What's the pitch count right now?
9.
Second batter, 9 pitches.
Yeah, making him work. The 1-2. Line drive, base hit, right field for Aaron Hill. It is now an 11-game hitting streak, and in his last 11 games, Aaron has 20 hits.
And he hit it to right field, line drive, stayed with the pitch, head is down, and he's got a good running start. If they bobble that ball, he's gone. He's watching it all the way.
Again, 11-game streak, 20 hits in that time. Get that little nick on the chin there. Well, he took a chin-first dive, Aaron Hill did in the third yesterday.
I hate those head-first slides.
He said, I hit the dirt, head-first slide. It felt like there were hands in the dirt that grabbed my chest and slammed my face to the ground. There's those hands and there's that face.
Looked like the periscope was down in that submarine.
The 1-0 to Upton. Good take, 2-0 the count. Something soft for Justin Upton.
This ball club has a lot of what you don't hear too much of, balance. Guys get on, and you got guys like Upton, and you got guys like Young. Forget the average, the long ball that they're getting. I mean, it's there, balance. And Gibson was talking before the game. We had a long talk with him, which was great. And he said, when they come to the ballpark, I want them to know that they might be playing
Now, he's not big, and we've explained this to you folks, but if you're new to watching the Arizona Diamondbacks, welcome aboard. Kirk Gibson, not one of the more modern-day managers in the sense that he'll let you rest your playing.
Some guys just can't handle it. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, Justin, we have that's one of his methods of relaxation in that batter's box. He'll blow a big old bubble. You never know when it might come. You kids at home, keep an eye out for Upton if you come to a ball game, either on this homestand or when the team comes back home. He might do it as the pitch comes home.
Hope not.
There he goes. He's thinking about it. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Got him. And then Jeremy Hermida in right field with a good arm. Perino, Bartlett, Orlando Hudson, big pile blanks, and then Nick Hundley, University of Arizona, behind the plate. This time, the bubble, I think, served as therapy after the strikeout.
He wasn't right on that pitch. You could see he kind of flinched a little bit. He was hoping to foul it off.
But Joe, you have made it a passion of yours to help educate and work on awareness with spit tobacco, so you will always gladly point out those bubble blowers, won't you?
Oh, yeah. There's one of my main projects. He said he promised me he's going to quit after the season.
Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. There you go. Big old basket of it. The guys have the sugarless and they have the sugar full, whichever you prefer.
At least it's not going to give you cancer of the tongue or the lip.
The 0-1, runner on the move, fouled it back. 0-2 the count on Miguel Montero. Miguel homered yesterday. Now this is how you extend a hitting streak. This made it a 15-gamer.
Right now is when I'd like to see him choke up on the bat a little bit, the Ted Williams style. Williams said, when I got 2 strikes from me, choke up on the bat and just meet the ball. Don't try to pull it.
They play him to pull on the infield. His hitting coach Don Baylor looks on. The outfield plays him the other way. Let's see how he protects. Yeah, he protects. Trying to pull the ball, but he protected. He just got a piece of it.
You get 2 hard swings and then protect it by just meeting the ball. And he can hit to the opposite field. He does it well.
He's one of those guys who doesn't waste his swings, though, does he? I mean, he doesn't take 2 pitches and then hope to hit later.
Oh, no. We've had a couple of those guys. But I'll tell you what, when he takes that hard swing, it's like somebody turned a fan on. He just whoosh.
0-2 the count. He's rolling. He's got 20 hits in his last 15 games, does Miguel. And you got to think about this decision by Kirk Gibson. He knows he's going to need Montero. It may be against a Cliff Lee, maybe against a Cole Hamill. He's had a tough year against left-handed pitching. So he gets a chance tonight to see what he can do. Pitch is high.
He's finding out things, Gibson is. Don't worry. He's got not only the Phillies, he's got Milwaukee on his mind for that home field advantage.
1-2 the count on Montero. Got him up and in. More of a home run cut on a pitch that almost hit him. So he struck out the side, the young left-hander. Kennedy back to the bump.
gain a playoff berth and then let our guard down. You know, that's the first thing we're after. We're after home field advantage if we can get that, and then beyond all the way. And we're not just hoping to make the playoffs. And I'm understanding sure that we'll be the underdog if we get in there, and that's fine. That's right where we want to be. I've been on several teams like that.
Referring, of course, to 1988 when he talks about trying to earn that home field. The Diamondbacks are 2.5 behind the next best record, behind the Milwaukee Brewers. If they can pass Milwaukee, they will have home field in the first round. The Brewers losing to the Phillies tonight 6-2. He marks his words very carefully, doesn't he?
And he knows what not each word means, each syllable means. The way he says it. It's all out or nothing at all.
That was his final statement today when meeting with the media. Once he had made that statement, as Orlando Hudson, old friend of the show, pops it up to the left side where it was put away by Ryan Roberts. Yes, he made that statement and got up and walked out of the room. That was his final statement of the day.
He doesn't just talk baseball. He's got videos. I think we talked about it last time on cutoff plays, on everything, but he has more videos of the good things the player does, and he calls them by a very, very nice name, dig me videos.
Dig me, like I dig you, Joe. You're cool.
Yeah, well, I'm not cool, but dig me.
That's that kind of lingo for those young kids out there. You know, I dig chocolate ice cream, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but at my age, we don't like that word dig.
I know, yeah. Don't really know what I'm supposed to say to that. It's rare when I'm at a loss for words. The 0-1 is outside. 1-1 the count to Nick Hundley. So he told you dig me videos.
That's what he called
Positive stuff.
Positive. Everything's positive. All out. It's an all-out team. And there's no in-between with him.
Fouls it off at home plate.
You just watch him in the press conference. There's no gray area. It's black or it's white. Monotone. And when he's finished, the first question I asked him, I said, what do you consider the Diamondbacks' way of playing baseball? He says, you watch us, you know. I mean, he's a serious guy.
Beat him with a fastball. We'll do it again. 1-2 the count.
I've been around a lot of managers in my life, I'll tell you the truth. And he's very friendly when you talk to him, but he's not going to win Mr. Congeniality.
That's all right, right?
No, he's not supposed to. He's supposed to win games.
Just got a piece of it. Nick Hundley. 7 home runs, 24 batted in. Made his major league debut a couple of years back against these Arizona Diamondbacks. Little did he know that same night that his college coach Andy Lopez had worked together and had the pool reserved for some of the University of Arizona baseball players. Had a chance to come out and sit in right field, and he didn't even know they were coming. Lopez, when they booked it months before, didn't know one of his U of A grads was going to make his big league debut. Bounced out chest high on across in time for the out. He retires the catcher. David Robleski and Associates sponsors the defense. It has Colin Cowgill, Chris Young, and Justin Upton. Ryan Roberts, Willie Bloomquist, Aaron Hill with Paul Goldschmidt at first. Miguel behind the plate. Played center field last night. Colin Cowgill. Young's back out there in center. He's starting to hit a little bit more. 1-0 the count. Really struggled to begin his time in the major leagues after a near epic AAA season. Jeremy Hermida fouls it all.
The other thing about Kennedy, the way he works, Darren, is he works fast. Mm-hmm. You work fast, change speeds, and throw strikes, you're going to win games.
Peers over that glove like a college pitcher as he fires. Wow, pretty good pitch. Called a ball. 2-1. We've seen a lot of this. That core group spending a lot of time. I'm sure they talk life as well as pitching. Good fastball. But this is really a bunch that supports one another. That's a big part of what the Diamondbacks way is, supporting one another, isn't it?
Well, how about when Gibson was talking about the way he agitates poor Willie Bloomquist? I mean, gets him going. Look at there.
We'll talk more about poor Willie Bloomquist, solid Ian Kennedy, and of course their skipper. Old school skipper, if you will.
Joe talking about Kirk Gibson and the Diamondback way, and he just summed it up, as Joe mentioned. It's just the way they play, the way they prepare. They pull for each other. They play for each other. And as Gibby says, they're obligated to one another. And, guys, you've heard it all season long. Kirk Gibson is an old-school baseball mind, but yet he's got a new-age way of thinking. So many times we've talked to him before a game, and he studied so much after his playing days were done about how the mind works, how to trick the mind into believing this is a game of failure, how to turn that the other way around. And that's really what the Diamondbacks way is. No matter what situation this team is in, these guys have found a way to get after it and to deal with it. And like I said, it's just fascinating to hear this guy talk. And, Joe, you mentioned every word that he says has some meaning, and it's just been a pleasure to watch what this guy has done with this club this season.
I hope he's got a tape of this broadcast. We may have to send it to Rome.
Strike three over the outside corner. And we're doing what he didn't want us to do, by the way, and talking like this about him.
But you have to, because he's so different. And it really begins, it ends up with Kevin and the ownership and Ken Kendrick and Derek Hall and all that. But it's those scouts that grind it out every day. They come in and recommend. And he has to make decisions. They discard, they look, and so forth and so on. And when they don't get the results they want, they'll get rid of people.
Well, and Kevin will be the first to tell you, Kevin Towers, is that is a strike to Ryan Roberts, and Kirk Gibson will be the first to tell you as well that they have many flaws, many warts, if you will, if you see them up close. There are several Armando Galarragas and Juan Mirandas and things that he tried that didn't work out. It's not all been perfect here. You have to continue to try, and if you're grinding, as Gibson you've used that word, if you're grinding, you're going to fail, too, when you grind.
Grind too much, you become a broadcaster.
That one is outside. 2-1 the count to Roberts.
But see, I look at Roberts and I look at Bloomquist and I look at Parra and Mr. Ricky talking about don't worry about the elephant stampeding when the mosquitoes you got to worry about. These guys, they keep biting you on the leg, bite you here. You don't really feel until you collapse.
Talking, of course, about the legendary baseball executive Branch Rickey. That one is high, ball four. Roberts has walked a lot this year. That's 62 walks. An on-base percentage of about 360.
And who would have thought he would hit the home runs he's hit?
I would agree.
Oh, man, that's been a real surprise.
I think for Ryan, what it becomes, and this club tends to hit subpar pitching. I mean, that's one way to simplify it. They'll work their walks against good pitching, but if you make a mistake, a guy like Roberts doesn't miss mistakes. Here's Chris Young.
That's why you're in the big leagues. You can hit those mistakes. You can react to them.
So talking with Young before the game about his hand and speaking with its discomfort, I figured, you know, Gibson doesn't like to talk about it a lot. And it's that right hand. It's a thumb area. There's an area in a tendon and where there's a kind of a sprain where there's just a lot of discomfort. He said, look, don't feel sorry for me. I don't feel it all the time. It's not the reason I'm struggling. I'm struggling because I'm struggling. There are certain times where I will take a swing and on a long follow through it pulls and you'll see me drop the bat. He said, but that's it. It's nothing more than that.
He's not looking for a cop-out.
It's kind of if you hold your hand out just at the base of your thumb there on your right hand, just in that area right there. And we'll see it on occasion, Joe. You've watched it whether from your seats or when we've called games together. There will be certain times when he'll follow through and a long follow through. He'll just drop the bat.
Drop the bat. Can't hold it.
Big jump, takes low, throw down, throw is not in time. And a stolen base for Ryan Roberts. Ryan has 17 stolen bases this year.
I tell you, it's such a great description. The elephants are stampeding, but the mosquitoes are coming after you. He's in scoring position right now. And the uniform was spotless about 3 minutes ago. He's Big Pen 1.
He doesn't look right with a clean uniform.
No, he doesn't.
You know, it's interesting is that one is low to Roberts. To Young, I should say. Speaking of Roberts, he's got kind of, you know, some of you might be using one right now at home. You might be watching the game and eating your dinner. You've worked a hard day and you've got that TV tray out. You've got your dinner. Maybe you and your wife or your kids are out there watching TV. He's got one of those by his locker where he can sit and eat his meal.
He was doing it tonight. We talked to him.
Breaking ball, it's a strike. They have an amazing Major League lounge down there with tables and chairs, and he likes the TV tray by his locker. I don't think he wants to miss anything in the locker room.
Hey, it's pretty comfortable in that locker room. It's not exactly urban renewal.
No, I understand that. 2-2 the count. Pitches outside. 3-2.
Those lockers are so wide. I'm not kidding you. When I went to the Cubs, the rookies, their locker was a nail, N-A-I-L. And you just hung your clothes there. If you made the team, you got your own locker, which was about 6 inches wide.
Really?
Oh, it was terrible.
3-2 the count. Fouled it back. That's a pitch he wished he could have N-A-I-L-E-D as we take a look at our Fulton Holmes home run. And a quick reminder that every time a Diamondbacks player hits a homer this season, Fulton Holmes donates $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. I don't know if I'm believing that nail story, by the way.
Believing.
The 3-2. Broke his bat, pops it up. Crowd into it, but it's an easy chance out there for Cameron Maben. This Mr. Lubke was knocked around by the Colorado Rockies last time out, but his stuff's not accidental. You don't make your way to this point in the major leagues and have a 3.2 ERA. There's a lot of leverage there, too, with him. Big, tall left-hander. Here's Colin Cowgill. They list Lubke at 6'4", but there's a lot of long arms and legs there. It looks about 6'6", as that one is low. To Colin Cowgill. 1-0 the count.
Baseball is the spittingest sport in the world.
No other sport like it.
Nothing like it.
No other outdoor sport either.
And they don't know what to do, spit.
That pitch is over the inside corner, 1-1 the count. You don't see guys lining up a putt at a PGA tournament.
No, they don't spit.
It's kind of frowned upon anyway. The 1-1. That pitch is high. Lucky it didn't get whacked out of the ballpark.
He keeps rubbing up the baseball. Now, that ball was just thrown. It was caught by the catcher, thrown back to the pitcher. Nobody else touched it, but he rubbed it up and spit.
2-1 the count. Into the dirt it goes. Now he's going to get a new baseball.
They throw baseballs out like nothing. There must be a lot of pollution between the mound and home plate. Never touched the ground and he changed baseballs.
And yet he can hit a 13 hopper. They're going to go ahead and put Cal Gill on now and face Kennedy. You can hit a 13 hopper on the dirt and it's scuff, scuff, scuff along the dirt. They don't throw that one out. All right, a chance for Ian Kennedy now. The pitchers for the Diamondbacks can hit. They lead all major league pitching staffs in runs batted in.
And Gibson said before the game, you heard him, he said, our pitchers are going to hit. In fact, they didn't have batting practice tonight except for the pitchers. Look at those guys. That doesn't look like an 8th grade class waiting to graduate.
Here's Ian Kennedy. Beat him with a fastball in. No, you're exactly right. The Diamondbacks and some of the veteran players, there was discussions on the flight back last night on how they would handle preparation for today's game. The club the guys got home by the time they drove home to be with their families about 2 o'clock in the morning last night. So there was hitting down in the batting cage, but the exchange for the offensive players was that if you, in fact, wanted to hit in the batting cage, you had to take ground balls. You had to do live fungo work, swing and a miss, 0-2. And it wasn't just, hey, we'll get a bucket of balls and hit you some easy grounders. It was Matt Williams hitting at game speed out there for the ground balls. Then the pitchers hit.
Everything they do is all out.
So that was a light day. They negotiated a lot. That was a light day for the guys. Yeah, I kind of laugh about that. You get some veterans coming back, having a conversation about it. They come back to their seats and they think, all right, we took care of you guys. We got. Then they get done with that workout today and that's a light day. And that veteran coaching staff just smiling up front. Swing and a miss, got him out front of a changeup. A couple of base runners stranded. Well, that is 5 strikeouts for this young left-hander. Don't forget to visit Lowe's to pick up your instant win game card for a chance to win World Series tickets, compliments of Scott's. Hey, by the way, Gila River Casinos brings you Kachinko. Find out and learn how you can play right here at Chase Field by going to the interactive kiosk near Section 111 during regular season home games. Kachinko, Gila River Casinos, there is always a winner. Andy Perino had a big minor league year. He gets a chance now in the big leagues. Hit .315 between two clubs down in the minor leagues for the San Diego Padres. 0-1 the count. 0-2 the count.
Andy's got a great name to own an Italian restaurant, Perino's.
I thought we'd hear that from you. He's from Brockport, New York.
That figures.
From back east, the 0-2. So Kennedy grabbing that 0-2 count. Fun little number here. He's gotten to 3-0 this year 35 times, to 0-2 224 times. That's how much he hammers the strike zone.
Where was that one?
What do you think? A little out, Joe? Let's see.
Just missed. He called it right. See it on that, whatever they call that thing.
Curveball, first one of the night, and a stomp as he delivered it.
I tell you, the catchers on both sides, there's a beautiful curveball, but the catchers on both sides could break in their glove catching these guys. He didn't get one swing. Here he comes.
0-1 the count to Lubke. That fastball is outside. Kennedy hoping to win for the 19th time this year and continue to put pressure on the Cy Young voters. Cliff Lee has had a great couple of months, which has turned into a fabulous season. On the ground, Willie with a dive. Base hit, pitcher. Corey Lupke's 5 of 27 this year with a bat in his hands. So the candidates, really, as we sit here today, I think Tim Lincecum has stepped out of the club. Halladay, Lee, Kershaw, and Kennedy. Those are your candidates for Cy Young, and all deserving.
Yes, sir. Earned run average is something.
Ian finally moved his into the 2s, and I think for the voters, I think that just gives him a better look.
No question about that.
Pitch is high, 1-0 the count.
It's the time of the year when I look at the batting averages. I look at those poor guys hitting 301, 300, and if they hit 299, it just doesn't seem the same as 300.
It's funny you'd say that. We spoke of that on the road when he inched below 3. You know, you get a guy that speaks at a banquet over the winter time. There's Justin Upton. He's been around that all year long. Let's bring him up here. He hit 298 this year. I mean, it's only 3 points higher, 301, but it just has a different ring to it.
Yeah, but it's a one-base hit, probably.
Yeah. A ball that got by a shortstop. It's a funny thing how that goes. But honestly, I think a lot of, when you mention voting for Kennedy, if he can stay in the 2s and keep winning. Bouncing ball should be 2. Backhanded flip on the first double play. Ian rolls up the 13th twin killing of the season. Not a big time ground ball pitcher unless he has to be. Diamondbacks offense. By the way, our Kia text poll. By texting to vote, you consent to receive a message from Kia Motors of America. Which of these 4 World Series will Joe Sr. tell us here in a little bit? Not right now. Which of these will he tell us were his favorite? 68, Detroit, St. Louis. 75, Boston and Cincinnati. 86, oh, what a classic 86 was. Or 88, involving that man. And, of course, besides 2001 and 1946, we know the near and dear places in your heart.
That's out.
Those two are out.
One, yeah.
Number 1946 as a player, and certainly the 2001 championship here. Family matters, broadcasting matters in 2001. So can you hold on for a minute and we'll see what people think?
Yeah, I can hold on. Absolutely.
Dirty uniform, Willie Bloomquist. He gets ready to go to work. He struck out looking back in the first inning. Gibson has right now kind of worked on an equation where Willie plays 2 or 3 days and then John McDonald plays a few days.
And he uses McDonald as his needle.
How's that?
Well, he said, he told Bloomquist, he said, well, you're not playing today. He said, I talked to the trainers. What are you talking about? He said, well, I also talked to John McDonald. He says you need a rest.
That's great.
Oh, I tell you. It's easy to laugh when you're number 1, I'll tell you.
Bouncing ball, took a funky hop, sticking with it. Was Perino, and in time for the out. We saw a great shot standing by Kirk Gibson a moment ago. Was Mark Haley, a very successful member of this Diamondbacks minor league organization. Mark hiding behind the rail there. What a great opportunity for him. He is the manager in the Midwest League for the South Bend Silverhawks, and he has had many a talented player the last couple of years under his watchful eye, and he's had some of these guys here in the big leagues come through. And I would imagine he is soaking it all in, but don't kid yourself as Hill takes a breaking ball for a strike. Kirk Gibson is not a guy who's too proud to learn from him as well.
I was going to say, don't think that Gibson isn't picking his brain.
Breaking ball is outside. 1-1 the count on Aaron Hill.
Both these pitchers are working nice and fast. Defense is ready. It's almost like they told the guys, leave your gloves at home, guys. It's going to be me and the pitcher.
1-2 the count. Yeah, Lukey's enjoyable so far, watching how he goes about his business. Fastball inside corner. That's strike 3, and we remind you that anytime the Diamondbacks can, well, they got to get to 1 first, but if they can get to 6 after getting to 1. Taco Bell reminds you 3 free tacos with a large drink purchase between 4 and 6 the following day. That's 6 strikeouts. Some Virginia fans. Yorktown, Virginia, Justin's home state of Virginia. Pitch is high.
It's been exciting watching both pitchers work, but it's been a very quiet game.
And so far the crowd not as engaged. Swing and a miss. Good changeup down and away. 1-1 the count. Yeah, it has been their game so far tonight. Boy, just buried a fastball in on his hands. Another solid inning for the left-hander, Corey Robert Lupke. Boston and the New York Mets. Are they close?
No,
Oh, here's your favorite.
75, that Fisk home run. I mean, we just had one great game after another. In fact, I saw one of the lousiest swings I've ever seen a player take with Bernie Carbo to foul it off and then hit a home run. Gibson did the same thing on his home run, if you remember. Look at Fisk. I mean, that was an exciting series. Pete Rose said it was the best thing he played in.
All right.
Well, hey, fans are fans, and they're right.
The fan is always right, like the customer's always right.
No question about it. As long as he pays his way, that's it.
1-2 the count.
I thought the Buckner thing, that was exciting. Not for Buckner, it was sad. Because that's all they remember about a great hitter like Bill Buckner.
Boy, isn't that the truth? And what a career he had. And he played injured the second half of his career. Swing and a miss, a changeup and a stomp to follow. Well, he knows when he's got you, Ian Kennedy, with that firm follow through, and he starts walking away.
Charlie Feeney was then the president of the National League, and Lasorda said that Buckner's eyes were so good, not only could he read National League, he could read Feeney's autograph when it came.
On the baseball coming in.
That's what he said. But Tommy's known to stretch a point.
Really?
Yeah.
Cameron Maben digs in. That pitch is low. 1-0 the count. I'll never forget the latter parts of Bill Buckner's career when he teammated up with my father, Don Sutton, as an Angel near the very end of both of their careers. Yeah. And just to play every day, it was hours of icing and taping to get those legs, those ankles, those knees ready. Right there, nabbing it is Roberts. On across in time for the out. Fine play by Ryan Roberts.
You're going to get a good play like that when you got good pitching and they pitch in a hurry because they're ready to make the play. And he was ready. They're all ready. Pitching and defense wins. If you can keep a team from giving them a game, like how many times have you lost a game and you say, oh, we gave them that one. If you don't do that, you're going to be tough and you're going to win.
Pace of game usually top notch for Ian Kennedy. Fastball over the outside corner to the big slugger Kyle Blanks. But I can remember Buckner. I mean, it was treacherous pain he was in just to play. And that was long after 1986, and that was a distant memory for him at that point. As that one is into the dirt, 1-1 the count. And a good teammate.
But that's the sad part of it. People are, they ask who's going to win the World Series. I root for all. Nobody get hurt and play the same way that got you there.
Lifted left field. He picked on a changeup, but he didn't square it all the way up. Calgill was there to haul it in. Ian Kennedy, another 1, 2, 3. The game, simply put, brown baggers. I will leave it for you to explain, Joe, what you mean.
I mean a guy that comes out and plays hard every pitch, every ball he hits, be it in the air, be it on the ground. And look at those uniforms. I defy one of those detergent companies to clean those uniforms the way they show them on television. Pigpen 1 and Pigpen 2, Charlie Brown's All-Stars. They came to play and they really show it. And Pyra is not playing tonight, but you got to include him. And then you add Upton and Young to that, and Montero. You can see what's happened here with the confidence that Gibson has fed into this group.
Well, that word confident. This is, and I haven't been here a long time, as we see the brown baggers this season.
Look at that. 62 walks. Bloomquist 271. I mean, they just, and Parra, a 295. Come on.
Using left center field against the left-handed pitcher. It's a shame for Miguel that one was hauled in, because that is the kind of approach he wanted to put on a southpaw. He just wasn't rewarded with a base hit. That's a good approach right there.
Ted Williams had 3 thoughts when he hit. I never forgot him. Don't chase a bad ball. And when you get 2 strikes on you, don't try to pull the ball, just meet the ball.
0-1 the count. They're throwing plenty hard out there. They'll generate some power for you if you need it.
You're right.
Oh, he'd love another shot at that pitch. That was his pitch. 0-2 the count.
Boy, he's a well-built kid, I'm telling you. When he snaps that bat, that ball jumps off that bat. Look at this. He's got muscles in his wrists.
Just up and away. He wouldn't bite. 1-2 the count to Paul. Paul struck out looking back in the second inning. Again, just missed. 2-2 the count. CenturyLink high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. Three in a row up there.
He's baiting him, wanting him to swing, and he's been able to lay off. He's got a pretty good idea what the strike zone is.
Belted left. Goldschmidt. Got it. Fulton Holmes homer, $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association.
That ball was low outside, and he was able to pull it with the strength that he has. Nice catch. Nice catch. But a better hit. Unbelievable the way he swung that bat.
That was a line drive home run.
You could tell by the sound. You know, people say, "What, you come to listen to the game?" No, but it has a different sound. You knew it was gone when he hit it.
Oh, you're on the money with that, Joe. We've been hearing that for the last couple of weeks. It's a different sound. Orlando Hudson is there to make the play.
The follow-through is amazing. He lifts that front foot, and here he comes with that bat. If I was going to be on the bench tomorrow, I'd want to check his bat just to see how heavy it is.
That's something we'll look into. I'm curious, too, the bat size. A lot of these guys they've talked about are going with lighter bats these days. Get them through the zone quicker, but what you do is you weaken the handle then.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we see him snap so much.
I guarantee he's got one of those bats with a nice big fat barrel you could string wires on to make a long distance call.
Well, that home run looked like a phone wire out there.
Oh, man.
Young went around. And I know Chris says that he only feels it on certain swings when that thumb bothers him, but to me, checking your swing would not be comfortable. If you had an injury in your thumb.
No, you're right.
I mean, generating all that torque and then stopping, he was on that one.
Well, there are some guys who would stop and with a half swing and snap the bat. Jim Rice used to do it pretty regularly.
2-2 the count. A little reconnaissance research down below as that one is chopped. Flagged and a nice play. We found out the answer to the size bat he uses. We'll let you know after the commercial break. I'll just give you a little hint. This young man uses almost exactly the size bat that you thought, Joe. Thick and strong and heavy. We'll tell you when we come back. Glad to have you back at the ball yard. Ian Kennedy goes to work. That one is fouled off by Orlando Hudson. Paul Goldschmidt. We'll tell you in just a moment the lumber, and you're going to give us a little bit of history of some different bat sizes and how it's evolved. Pitches outside. Paul Goldschmidt uses a bat that is 34 inches long, and if you were to go by Major League standards, it would be 31 ounces, about a difference of 3 inches there, or 3 ounces below what the inches are. As that one is swung on and missed 1 and 2. But what you saw right there, 34, 32, almost 33 ounces, 32 and a half ounces. So that's a difference of only about 1, the differential. That's compared to his mates, a heavy bat compared to the length.
I thought it would be more than that. I really did.
High pop up into left field. Hudson beaten there.
Guys like Kiner and Sauer, who were big home run hitters, was 36 ounces, 35. Musial used to use a very thin handle bat. He shaved the handle of the bat. But, of course, he only hit it on the fat part of the bat. I was an equal opportunity user. I used the whole bat. There's a difference.
In the handle, off the end.
Oh, what's the handle for if you can't hit it off the handle?
That one is outside to Nick Hundley.
But let me tell you something, and I'm not making this up at all. In my day, they would say, you want new bats? You know, Stan's got some bats he's not using. Why don't you try those? Kiner was the same way when I was over at Pittsburgh. I could barely lift Kiner's bat, and they wanted me to use it. And now they mark them, as you can see, with the numbers and the weight and all that. And guys take care of their bats. Richie Ashburn used to bring it to bed with him when he was hitting.
What?
Yeah.
All that pine tar and mess?
No, pine tar. What pine tar? You used to use dirt. You remember dirt? Dirt's become obsolete now.
What's dirt?
That's right. You modern guys are all alike.
Swing and couldn't get there. It was knuckling on him the entire time. So a base hit by Nick Hundley. Don't forget to catch all the action of the 2011 Major League postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins September 30th with the division series. If you want to see the game live at Chase Field, get registered for a postseason ticket purchase lottery at dbacks.com/postseason. Online only. The opportunity to buy 2011 Diamondbacks postseason tickets should this club continue on their journey and be fortunate enough to make the postseason. Fastball in, 1-0 the count. Ryan Braun, I think he's at about a 36 or a 35 with regard to inches, and he's about as heavy as those guys. He almost uses a 35-ounce bat. He's one of the heavier ones
That's a lot
that I've seen.
Guys used to have a big old bone, and they'd bone the bat. One of the grooves or the grain to be tighter, they said. I have a cork bat. You ever see a cork bat?
I have. I played with a cork bat before in fantasy camp. Don't tell anyone.
Your bat?
Well, I don't have it anymore. I borrowed someone's who had one. The ball does go further with a corked bat.
If you hit it.
You have to hit it. You're right. 1-1 the count. Just don't tell anyone, though.
Who am I going to tell? That you used a corked bat?
Fantasy camp.
Fantasy camp.
They'll expunge all my stats and records.
It'd take about maybe 15, 20 seconds.
1-1 the count. Well, the Diamondbacks have gone old school. You know, you talk about that bone. Don Baylor made sure that he brought it back, and the guys are using that again. I haven't seen one of those in several years, but Don Baylor has made that available for his guys down there at the bottom of the steps.
Well, guys would soak it in motor oil over the winter and do all. There it is right there. I used to know that, Kyle.
Did you? That one is fouled off. 1-2 the count.
Look at him. He's hitting now, Baylor. You right in the center. That's where you bone it, right in there.
You just rub the barrel of the bat there, huh?
Rub the barrel of the bat.
Swing and a miss out front of a changeup. Ian Kennedy with a strikeout of Jeremy Hermida. So 2 outs with the score 1-0 Arizona, thanks to a Paul Goldschmidt 34-inch, 32.6 ounce home run. Oh, 1 the count.
It's 4 strikes he's looked at.
Oh, you're taking us back to Perino. You're right. His last one was a curveball to end the at bat.
Right. Good one, too.
Has yet to swing. You're right. Nearly got another one.
It's going inside. You pitch inside, you're going to win.
Right-handers will tell you. David Hernandez was sharing this the other day, that pitch all the way across to a left-handed hitter, some of the toughest pitches for a right-handed pitcher to throw.
I'm sure it is. Another strike. It's like, you know, we've talked about it before. The golfer, when he's got water on the right side, he hits away from the danger and hits to the left side. You pitch inside, if you want to miss, make sure you go more, closer, more inside.
That was the pitch. It was fouled off. If you're just joining us, Ian Kennedy is making his 30th start of the year. To this point, he is 18-4 this season with a 2.96 ERA.
He got him with the curveball last time. He's been staying with the fastball, but this could be surprise time right now.
Fastball got him. Finally swung his bat. To no avail. Brought to you by AT&T. Boy, what a great weekend it's going to be. We are really excited about the celebration. Other than 2001, name the two World Series in which the home team won every single game. Other than 2001. We hope to see you at the celebration this weekend. We know there are literally a handful of tickets left for Saturday. Make your plans for tomorrow or Sunday if you're unable to grab tickets in time for Saturday. The ceremony begins at 4:30 with the reunion of the world champs. Fans might want to be in your seats at 4:15, and the gates open a half hour earlier at 2:30. I need more cowgill. I guess that's a play on cowbell, right?
I don't know.
The 1-0. Well, the ring. Now the ring they're giving away is quite charming. It's to be given away on Saturday. I don't know what you can see here. Back it away. It's a replica World Championship ring. Let's throw it on the finger just so you can kind of see. It's a nice size ring. So they'll be giving that replica ring away. On the best we can do there. But that's on Saturday. I mean, that's great. What a nice keepsake. And it's, you know, it's a fair question. You know, some guys were asking in the truck, now is that metal? Is it plastic that's painted? That's you know, that's metal. It's either some sort of a brass material, something like that. It's plenty sturdy, I'll tell you that.
It is.
It's nice, isn't it, Joe?
It's missing the diamonds around it all, but boy, this is beautiful. Got the year and everything. No, it's great. Heavy.
I know, it's nice. That's the first I have seen of it. Into the catcher's mitt it goes. That's strike three. You
can't get that at the dollar store.
No. Yeah, they are. If you represent an organization and you have been a part of a championship, then you wear your ring with pride. You can see all the scouts with the different rings. And by the way, we've reached now the Diamondbacks the point in the season where kind of past trading deadlines. So the teams now, and it's a compliment to the Diamondbacks organization that are scouting them, are teams like called Boston, Milwaukee, Philadelphia. These are the teams now that are scouting the Arizona Diamondbacks. Wow.
Quite a difference from 46 to now, huh?
May I?
Sure.
This is beautiful, folks. I don't know if you can see this here. This is Joe's 1946 World Series title ring from the St. Louis Cardinals, and that's what you were saying about the difference. Well, that is beautiful. That is. It's always my treat when you bring that with, that we can see that.
Oh, I wear it all the time. That's my wedding ring.
Oh, darn it. I tried to give you the wrong one back. You didn't buy it.
Oh, no.
Swing and a miss. And Kennedy right over the top of that one. From a young man, as we have a moment, from a young man who used to collect the papers and read the articles about the team, a couple years later, to be playing for that team. I can't imagine.
I couldn't and still can't.
20, right? 20 years old?
20 years old.
And just years before, you were going and cutting out clippings and doing scrapbooks of all your favorite Cardinals.
I still have one scrapbook that I had as a kid.
Unbelievable.
Joe Medwick was my favorite player. Yogi's, too. Yogi used to sell him papers, and papers were a nickel then. And, 3 cents, that was it. 3 cents, and Joe Medwick would say, keep the change. 2 cents tip.
So to modernize a little bit, just imagine if you are a young man watching from a local high school and you love the Diamondbacks, it's your favorite team. You might not clip out articles, but you read about them all the time. You hope to get to come to some games. And imagine if in 3 years you were part of an Arizona Diamondbacks World Series title. That's basically your story. 1-2 the count, Willie Bloomquist.
Memories. Great memories.
Outside, 2-2 the count to Willie Bloomquist. I think it's more offense going, Joe.
1 run between the two of them, and we got 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
Good news comes from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as the Philadelphia Phillies were victorious over the Milwaukee Brewers. And that fight for home field, Arizona edging closer. They have a chance, should they hold on to win, to be a game and a half back in Milwaukee. That's high and away. There's your brown bagger earning himself a walk.
Keeps the inning alive. And I'll tell you what, he's a threat to run. He's been thrown out a few times, yes, but they know he will run.
Just kind of makes you feel good inside to root against the Brewers. So I'd share that with you. Get that home feel.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Aaron Hill. Hill, it was interesting. We saw in the first inning something he did not do in Toronto. He went for, as he will tell you, several weeks without even thinking about hitting a ball the other way. Got here, and Don Baylor relaxed his swing and his approach.
Well, there's a different theory in Toronto. Everybody's swinging for the fence. And when you're built like Cowell, you do that, you can just hit it short because you got warning track power.
He'll run into a mistake, no doubt about it. 39 homers a couple of years back. He said, Joe, and you'll get a kick out of this, that on occasion during his big home run seasons when he'd hit a ball to the right side, he'd get back to the dugout. And this was when Cito Gaston was his skipper. Cito would say, as Darren Balsley's going to visit, "What's going on out there? You working on something?" Just a pitch away, and I took it the other way. Well, you need to look for a fastball and jerk it and pull it. What's going on? Are you working on something?
base hit to the opposite field and you're working on something.
They love to swing for the fences, if those Blue Jays, huh?
I tell you, pitching and defense is what wins pennants. Home runs are nice, crowds love them, but give me pitching and defense.
Well, that's what we've had a lot of so far tonight. Runner goes, throw down. Willie Bloomquist is in there.
He had a big jump. Hundley had no chance. And as usual, Hudson is there to make the tag and then visit. He's the ambassador of second base. Watch him. Look at that. He's got 6 steps. He's looking at the batter, and he's in there. Yep. And boy, he made sure he kept that hand on that bag as he got in there. And the leg. There. Oh, yeah. Orlando was tagging him all over.
Right down Broadway at the knees, 2-1 the count. You know, that pulling the baseball and driving it works for Jose Bautista in Toronto, but probably not a good team-wide philosophy.
Well, just take a look at Bloomquist. You got a 1-run ball game, a base on balls and a stolen base. You get a single here, a little blooper, you got another run.
Into the dirt. 3-1 the count. He was fabulous in April, stealing bases and reaching at will. A hamstring cost him about a month and a half, and then when he came back from the hamstring, he wasn't the same until now. Over the last few weeks, he has started to, and perfect timing, regain his stride.
Oh, yeah.
Beat him, it's popped up. Right by the second base bag, Orlando Hudson puts it away. Runner stranded in scoring position. The home team won every game. 87, the Twins over the Cardinals, and 91, the Twins over the Braves. Oh, that Metrodome. Oh, another loss for the Racing Gracie, so a legendary loser. And there's a strike. 0-1 the count to Corey Lubke. Kennedy has been really beating the strike zone. Fouls it back. That now is his third 0-2 count. He's had 7 1-2 counts. He's only had 1 2-0 count. He hasn't had a 3-ball count. Not one.
He's got a big target here, big strike zone with this big pitcher, Lubke.
Curveball. Thank you for coming.
Man, he bowed those knees. He genuflected. Watch him. Whoop, look out there. Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. What a curveball he snapped off.
Ian's gone well past his career high in strikeouts. As that one is outside. He's got 8. 175 now on the season. Last year he struck out 168.
You know, Darren, when I was doing Game of the Week and I'd talk about a curveball, I'd always hear from a professor who talked about the curveball being an optical illusion. Can you believe that?
Tell a hitter that.
Tell a hitter that. One of the great curveball pitchers was Whitlow Wyatt, the old Brooklyn Dodgers. And he was in the bullpen as a coach for the Milwaukee club. And I asked him about it. You know what he said? He said, put somebody behind a tree 60 feet, 6 inches away, I'll whomp him to death. I don't know what whomping is, but he could do it. There's another one, curveball.
And by the way, congratulations to Ian Kennedy. With that strikeout, Ian Kennedy has now thrown 200 innings this season for the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's a magical number for a pitcher.
You know, a lot of pitching coaches say when you're pitching out there, don't pitch to the batter, pitch to the mitt. Play catch with the mitt. That's exactly what he's doing.
Ian threw 194 innings last season. Swing and a miss at a fastball.
You remember he walked out, the first pitch he threw was a ball and then ended up striking out the side. No, he got 2 strikeouts. Take it back.
Inside with that one. You know, it was last year that Kennedy, about August, it looked like he should be shut down. He was struggling, nibbling around. He thought he wouldn't pitch the rest of the year. He's been great ever since. That pitch is high and away. You know, and in that time, he sprinted to the finish line, and he's one of the best pitchers in the National League ever since. It was a fateful day in Milwaukee. Swing and a miss at a changeup.
With that last graphic, look at that big stride that he's got. He's using those legs all the way. I mean, you can see how he pushes off that back leg.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck out the side. Ian Kennedy has moved past 200 innings. The crowd appreciates his effort. And he just struck out the side, serving as a fabulous doorman for Hotel Kennedy. Good morning, Mr. Lubke. Mr. Venable, good afternoon. And, of course, Mr. Bartlett, we love when you stay with us. Good evening. We'll turn your bed down for you. championship moment. This is why we are all here and gathering this weekend to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Arizona Diamondbacks World Series title. Luis Gonzalez, his mates, the men wearing purple, the celebration, the city, the state taken over by this group. They will be inside of this ballpark, and we will celebrate them this weekend. APS World Championship moment. It starts tomorrow night. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Diamondbacks tomorrow will not be playing in red. They will, in fact, be playing in purple. They will be wearing throwback uniforms to take on the San Diego Padres. Well, Kennedy gave us a thrill last inning, didn't he?
Oh, unbelievable.
Uh-oh, Justin Upton, deep drive, out of here. $50 Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association, a Fulton Homes homer. That's 29 home runs for Upton.
Took him 2 at-bats to measure him. He didn't get him the first 2 times, but he was looking for something. Got it and really drilled it. Right down the middle. What a swing.
The Diamondbacks are 68 and 29 when they hit a homer. That's the best winning percentage in all of baseball when that occurs. They'll have to manufacture, they'll have to brown bag it. There's no denying in the postseason if they're fortunate enough to continue and earn the right to play. But they need the homer too. I mean, there's nothing, you can't run and hide from that anymore.
Well, you got the guys, the proper guys hitting them. Goldschmidt, Upton, that's your power. But you got to have guys on base, and that's Bloomquist, and that's Parra, and that's Roberts.
And you got to pitch.
And that's Kennedy.
Swing and a miss. Goldschmidt goes down on strikes. It was a no-doubter. And it was enjoyed by Justin Upton. Makes no mistake about it.
He stood at home plate and watched it.
He did enjoy it. He took a tour around the base pads as well.
It was one of his slower trips.
It was. He didn't. He used to just get up and go, that man. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. One and one. He's been racing to 30 home runs. As we mentioned, he might not have raced around the bases, but suddenly he's started to heat up with a home run ball. Hit a couple in the Colorado series, now another one. All of a sudden, those homers starting to fly out of here.
Well, it's amazing when you stop to think about it. 35, 40 home runs a lot, and yet you had Sosa, McGuire, and those guys hitting 50 and 60.
That one is a 3-1 to count to Ryan Roberts.
There he goes again.
Follow the Diamondbacks with MLB.com at bat 11 on your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Download at bat 11 now or visit dbacks.com. Buddy Black heading to the mound. Lupke in the end. I mean, heck, the young man just had his pitch count creep up on him, but he pitched a really good ball game. 2 mistakes. That's all, and his offense has been unable to support him at all. We'll step aside, reset when we come back. Joel on that.
Hey, listen, that's one of my groupies. Show some respect.
I hear you. We have the Kid Caster.
That's right.
I'm open to it.
I am too. Granny, if I had anything to say, we'd be working together.
Great stuff. Love the passion, too. Hey, this week, Fox Saturday Baseball, the A's head to Texas to take on the Rangers in a showdown between division rivals. This week's telecast of Fox Saturday Baseball begins at 1 Pacific, only on Fox. Let's see, Texas off tonight. The Angels off tonight as well. It's a 2 1/2 game lead for the Texas Rangers, one of the lone races remaining in Major League Baseball, and the Angels are charging. They're going to come get them. Call to the bullpen. Lupke gives way. I would imagine frustrated to have it go that way. Brad Brock takes over. Just getting his feet wet in the major leagues. Major league debut. Back on the 31st day of August. So far, so good for Brad Brock. Padres' 42nd round pick back in 2008. So he has made something of it.
Pitch out. I tell you, the brown bagger's got the look at. He's happy when he sees that because he's got the other club thinking about it. You split a pitcher's concentration half at first and half at home plate, you're ahead of the game. Better watch out on this one, though.
Fly ball right. Young is erased. Brock cleans it up, but not before. Just enough to edge closer to 30 home runs already. A career high. Well, one can only hope, if you're an Arizona Diamondbacks fan, that number 19 will be waiting. Number 19 playing with number 13 as well. Ground ball. Roberts just lets it go. Willie! And he legged it out.
That's a tough play. It was in the hole, and he was running away from the bag. That's one of those that you really have to set yourself, but he didn't have really time to do that.
I got it right. Speed on the base pads. You know, you're celebrating and enjoying as a fan what Ian has done, but one mistake, I mean, it's just a 2-0 ball game.
Oh no, you're not out of the woods yet.
Pitch count is fine for Ian. 81. Ran that fastball in.
He's still got good stuff going. He really does. And you can't just go by the radar gun. I mean, the ball is moving. He's spotting it well. Working. He's not changed his routine at all. Working fast. Defense is ready. He wants this game badly.
I think you really hit on something there, Joe. When you, if you're going to come as a fan and watch Ian pitch in person, the eye test, watch the command. Is he throwing? If that starts to lose, then he might be hitting the wall.
There are little tip-offs. There really are. You know, all of a sudden the pitcher checks the defense, or he picks up the rosin bag, or he walks towards the plate, or he throws over to the base a little more than he did in the early part. Pitching coaches know when the red flag is shown. I'll tell you one thing, boy. Tonight, regardless of what happens here, and he has really been pitching a whale of a ball game, he's got a handful of termites in those bat racks. And Silent Sam Nagy, he is something. He just watches, observes, and then talks to him. I wish he'd have got that one down.
And he stays under the radar with those guys, but he has their ear.
Oh.
You talk about Kennedy using his legs and creating more torque this spring. Nagy about a half stride shortened up that stride. Swing and a miss so that Kennedy could get out over that leg a little bit quicker and more firm. That's all. Just to, you know, put your foot down on the ground. About half that is, that's all he came back in that stride to the plate. One and two the count.
You know, one other thing that with that Lubke, he's out of the game. A big tall guy like that, his stride is bigger than what Kennedy has, and sometimes they dig a hole, and when Kennedy follows up, ends up in the back end of that hole, it's trouble, off balance. You got to watch that.
Hit hard, should be two. There's one, bearing down, double play. Maven came in hard. Good clean baseball. Well, he doesn't get many double plays. He's gotten two tonight.
When he needed them. And I mean, he dumped him pretty good. Hill hangs in there. He knew he was going to get it. Big sigh of relief.
Orlando Hudson. Roberts even with the bag at third. A little chopper. Look at Ian hustle over there. Pick it up himself into the bag. Leave him alone, Orlando. He's in the zone. Leave him alone.
He's got to talk to somebody.
Chase Field. Diamondbacks Live presented by CenturyLink coming to you after the game. Jody Jackson alongside Joe Borowski. And Joe, a nice pitching duel here. Obviously the Diamondbacks, though, Goldschmidt, Upton, hurting Corey Lupke with a long ball. Meanwhile, Ian Kennedy just keeps rolling along. What are you seeing from him?
Jody, just another solid start by Ian Kennedy, further solidifying the fact that he is the ace of this staff. And further, should be mentioned with the other elite pitchers in the NL. I'll break down his outing and show you exactly how he's able to keep opposing hitters off balance while pounding the strike zone.
All right, Kennedy looking for his 19th win. Guys, we'll talk to you after the game.
Excited to do that. Good to hear Joe Borowski's voice again. That means we're back home. And Jody Jackson out there in the set in right field. We're excited to talk baseball with you. And who knows, he is due up second in the inning. You never know with Kirk Gibson. He's thrown 86 pitches, but I'm thinking he'll let him hit here. Brock drops the breaking ball in there. Strike one.
You won't be sure until you see him walk in that batter's box.
You're exactly right. Until those feet are in that square.
That's right.
Fouls that one off. Let it be known, too, Kennedy, as we watch Calgill try to work through. And these are numbers that we point along, not to lean too much on stats, but I just think it matters. I mean, Kennedy right now has dropped that ERA into the 2.8s with his work tonight. So if he keeps it here, it's at 2.86 right now. Swing and a miss. So he goes down on strikes. A little slider had him out front.
He's right down the middle, stayed up.
Pitching coach, manager get together, and they decide he's just fine. 86 pitches for Ian. That was a breaking ball. It was 81. Crowd doesn't like it. They'll protect their guy. 81 miles an hour. He just overthrew it.
Got his shirt. Lucky. Glad he got the arm out of the way. He's not used to that. You can see that.
Now, after the ball game, will a trainer actually examine the jersey or no?
No, I think the laundry guy will call.
Okay. Okay. Here's Willie Bloomquist. PJ's ready just in case. 0-1 the count. Willie got caught in between there.
He was faking that bunt.
Just wanted to take a pitch?
That's absolutely. Give the shirt a chance to get ready at first base.
Fouled off. We bring Brad in with a little bit more on Willie Bloomquist, Brad.
Well, you guys were talking earlier about John McDonald playing quite a bit on this road trip. Kirk Gibson really aware of making sure that Willie Bloomquist isn't worn out. And, he has an amazing way of gauging Willie's RPMs. And he said, hey, this guy is ready to run through a wall tonight. Trust me. And when Gibby says that, I tend to trust the guy.
Thank you, Brad. Off the end of the bat, ready to run through a wall. I'll say so. Station to station for the pitcher. He moves up to second base, and Willie Bloomquist has walked, and now he is single.
And he hardly swung at that ball. He just put the bat out there. And Ted Williams, he met it. It was a breaking ball. He didn't try to overpower it, pull it. He just served it, much like you would in tennis.
Froze him. He's got a nice slider. 0-1 the count to Aaron Hill.
His arm's alive.
Peeks in there. Boy, what a baby face he has. Bouncing ball, ranging, little flip, good hard slide, he throws it away! And Ian will score an insurance run. Well, he brings a lunch because he works hard and he plays hard. Willie Bloomquist broke that up.
And he got a run out of it. Talking about playing hard, run the bases hard. Watch Bloomquist. He got him. He couldn't get a whole lot on it. You got to give Bloomquist an assist on that play.
It's almost as if Orlando didn't anticipate that would happen. He will intentionally walk Justin Upton. I mean, that wasn't an over-the-top breakup either. That was just a good, clean, hard slide.
Well, I think he took him out with the calf of his leg. I mean, it was a quick one, but you could see that Orlando was a bit hesitant because he submarined that ball over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's one way that infielders protect themselves, is to get that arm down to make that guy slide a long way from the base. But Willie went right in and took him out.
Willie was too close for that to work.
Yes, sir. The little things. You know, for fear of repeating myself. Now watch. He's a little tentative right here. Now, he got him right there. It was clean. And the fact that he went down was after the play was really made when he threw it. I tell you, I've said it 100 times and people are probably tired of hearing it, but I used to hear Mr. Rickey say that. Don't worry about the elephants stampeding. And don't worry about the monkeys throwing coconuts. Get the mosquitoes. And there's a mosquito, Willie Bloomquist. He doesn't show up in the box score, but he got a run out of it.
They need some bug spray in that dugout.
During All-Star Weekend show visitors.
Serviceable evenings, at least, where it gets down into the high 80s. It's nice. We can feel a little bit of Arizona fall coming anyway. And we're glad to have you with us. Well, hoping to make it 12 with the idle San Francisco Giants. An old 8-ball there. Shake it up and get your future told. Joe Thatcher, veteran left-hander now, on for the 11th time this year. It's interesting, Joe. You were talking in the break, and I think so accurately. The headlines will talk about the Upton homer and the Goldschmidt homer, but this inning's kind of Willie Bloomquist's inning.
Oh, it's look at him. Pigpen too. He got it done. He comes to play, man. He gives you everything he's got. It used to bug me when I hear managers say, "Give me 110%. We can win 100." I don't have 110%. If you got 80%, you give the guy 75, he's giving you a lot. If he gives you 80, he's giving you everything he's got. And that's what Bloomquist does. He gives you whatever he's got in the tank.
No fun for Montero dealing with this side-wheeling southpaw. 1-1 the count. Yeah, a little flip base hit after Kennedy was hit by the pitch. Didn't hit it hard at all. Then he starts dancing around on the base pads, taking people out. Look at everyone having fun here. This is a great crowd tonight.
Oh, nice play by Mr. Hundley.
Now this weekend, this place is going to be packed. Fans will be spilling out of the roof. It'll be so crowded. It's going to be a great weekend. But the energy that the Diamondbacks are seeing later in the season, even in front of the smaller crowds weekday, these are people that really, really want to be here. Line drive. Miguel rewarded. Hill comes on down. Good for Miguel Montero. Lefty on lefty. You said it. Meet the baseball. Don't overswing.
Don't overswing, and he hit that ball well.
16-game hitting streak.
That's the way you win. He tries to pull that ball. No way.
With Kirk Gibson, who calls for Parra. Upton did not go to third on that base hit. Let's hope he's all right. Along with PJ down there, PJ Mainville, part of the training staff. Let's hope Justin's all right. Maybe they did this for you, Joe. They wanted to get your last brown bagger into the game.
I love those three guys, man.
That uniform could be dirty in a moment.
Oh, yeah. Who would have thought that Parra would have the kind of year he's having? He had to earn every start that he made.
Dirt workers. That's what Cotton Fitzsimmons used to call them with that southern drawl here in the Valley.
Well, in my neighborhood, they're brown baggers.
I like it.
Put them homemade sandwiches in the brown bag, work till noon, and then go.
I like it. Swing and a miss. Chaz Roberts, air conditioning, cool play. Yeah, that bat, 34, 32 and a half ounces, homer. Big Andrew Carpenter pitches outside. It's kind of a standard the Padres have set, even though they're struggling tonight. When you go back all the way to 2005, all the way to 2005, the Padres have the best ERA in the National League. They grow them big, and usually they throw hard. Pitches outside. Now, they haven't hit much in that time. 16th best, which is last. 2-2.
Oh, they're keeping that ball away from him. But I tell you what, as big and strong as this guy is, he can pull most anything. Strong to the opposite field, too.
That would have been a ground ball, so he let it sail on by.
And did you see what the target was? The outside part of the plate. It wasn't even on in the strike zone.
Off the end of the bag, behind the bag, Hudson. Who's he got? Parr's going to run. And they run down now. Slide. Oh, he went off the bag. He went off the bag, got a little too aggressive. So the Diamondbacks add a pair.
He gets caught. He does not run out of the baseline. Right here, he's still safe. His momentum carried him off the bag.
Nick Hundley into shallow center field. Young will back off and play it as a base hit. So Hundley, one of the guys who's actually had his eye on Ian Kennedy. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Parr is in right field. Kennedy trying to reach 19 wins. He leads it 4-0 now. That winning percentage, by the way, of .818 in the National League single season. 28 or more starts. That one is into right center field. Jeremy Hermito with a base hit.
And they're not wasting any time. First ball hitting, first ball swinging.
Starting to stretch and move around down there. There goes that phone. I think you can hear that phone ring in Gilbert. I've never heard a ringer so loud. Swing and a miss. Changeup.
First pitch. They're still whacking, swinging that first pitch and trying to get something started here.
Good fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to count. So a runner in scoring position. Ducks on the pond, whatever you want to describe it as. Kennedy, I mean, this is almost silly. 0.83 average with runners in scoring position.
And he's been able to get the double play when he needed it.
Did he get a strikeout when he needed it? You bet. Fist goes up. Nice long hold there by Tim Cheetah. We appreciate that, those umpires. That helps the directors of the world and our camera operators.
Cracker Jack crew would have had it.
Castillo, the left-hander. Ziegler, the right-hander. All kinds of arm angles coming at you down there. Look at Ziegler. This looks uncomfortable. Looks uncomfortable for both of them, for hitters, I mean. Here's Jesus Guzman, who's been a fabulous surprise this year for the Padres. Welcome to the game. Here's a changeup. 0-1 the count. Kennedy 1 strikeout away from tying his career high. That pitch is low. He did it to the Padres. You might remember it last year. It was a day game back in August. He struck out 12. He hasn't walked anyone. Swing and a miss. Another changeup. 1-2.
Tell you, Montero has to be careful he doesn't get too close to the batter catching that ball, because Guzman comes around with that bat. That's one of the first things you learn, is who holds on to the bat and comes around.
Protecting, and he's been that kind of hitter since he has arrived in the big leagues, hitting .327 on the season. He's a top 10 guy in major leagues since he has arrived. Another changeup, foul ball up the third base line, so we'll do it again. Diamondbacks hope to wear a crown here in about a month and a half. A lot of work to do. Kirk Gibson won't even engage in those kind of conversations.
He cuts you short.
The 1-2. Inside.
Here's the pitch he wants it to happen right now as we look at Tremble. Oh. Crowd reacting.
Doubled up on him. He missed.
That's the one he wanted.
So now, Joe, this is what's fun about baseball. 2 fastballs inside. He missed both times. Would he throw him a 3-2 changeup here?
You throw him what you think is your best pitch right now.
It was a changeup. He was way out front. Communicate, gentlemen. Parra's there. He's got it. Boy, what a sequence he just put on him. Wow.
Apparently, he's got great confidence in that changeup in a spot like that. And he had it on the outside part of the plate, and he was way out in front, as you said, Darren.
When you think about that, folks, you have to be confident, because otherwise it's ball 4, bases loaded.
That's right.
Here's Will Venable.
And he's been striking people out with his fastball.
Fastball on the corner, 0-1.
And that changeup really gets you thinking as a hitter, I'll tell you, because you're in the on-deck circle watching how he's working.
The 0-1. Fastball, line drive, base hit. Here comes Calgill with it. They're sending the runner. The throw to the plate is cut off, and the shutout is busted up there. Venable, boy, that was a beautiful piece of hitting. He took something up and away, slapped it the other way, and he picks up an RBI. 37 runs batted in, 4-1 is the score.
He's going to make a move. Gibson is. I'm sure he wanted to give him a complete game, but he'll get a tremendous hand from his crowd.
Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. CenturyLink. West is now CenturyLink. Visit CenturyLink.com to learn more. Brad Ziegler goes to work, and he does so for the 59th time overall, the 16th as a Diamondback. Side wheeler, ground ball pitcher. That's to the right side. And that'll do it. Good work if you can get it. Great if you can pull it off and pick up for your pitcher. Inherited runners, it matters. but Kennedy has Brad Ziegler there to clean things up, and Brad did a great job. Don't forget, World Championship Reunion Weekend. I'm told it's coming up starting tomorrow. I've heard just a little bit about it. It's going to be a lot of fun at the ballpark. Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, many more in attendance. The first 25,000 fans on Saturday get the replica ring, the World Championship ring. 602-462-4600, dbacks.com/reunion. No better way, by the way, to honor the world champions for these Diamondbacks, and with a championship caliber club in 2011. And you'll see that this weekend as well. Ernesto Frieri against Ryan Roberts. You superstitious, Joe?
No, not a whole lot.
The number 13, does that throw you off a little bit?
No, being superstitious, that probably give you bad luck.
That's a good point. Is that Yogi?
No.
Kind of sounds like him, doesn't it?
It does. Somebody will say Yogi said him, say I made it up for him.
Okay. 2-0 the count on Roberts. Here's why I ask. Roberts wears number 14 on his back, but the Diamondbacks' magic number is 13. But if they can win tonight, that would also be 13 in a row at home. 13 wins in a row at home. And if they win tonight, that'll be 13 of their last 15.
Uh-oh, may have to buy a lottery ticket.
Over the inside, 3-1 the count. We'll stop on the way home. Trying to drop it down now to 12. It's 13 now. Inside, well, there's another walk.
There he goes again.
Third one. Join us for the entire series, by the way, if you can't make it out this weekend. And by the way, make your choice soon to come out with regard to ticket availability. If not, we'll catch you on your television. Hudson against Latos, a couple of big fellas. Stauffer against Miley, that is on Saturday. Sunday, Wade LeBlanc, soft-tossing left-hander. And Josh Colmenter's on the bump. On the air, 4 o'clock on Saturday. Fastball is away. 1-0 the count.
Boy, those two fans behind the Diamondback dugout, they're like cheerleaders. I see them all over the place. You got the attention of the players, too.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Julius is down there. He's the gentleman with the longer hair. I have to find out the name of his buddy. There he is.
Yeah, they're like cheerleaders.
That's a voice.
Oh, are you kidding me?
They could call a game to folks' televisions without the microphones.
He's got a way of fixing his hands, too, over his mouth. He could have, I don't know, make it louder or something.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Fix the ball, clear yard. What are you doing?
Grammer's not real sharp.
Let's give it to him.
But he's letting that pitcher have it.
Fought that one off. He broke his back. Pitches inside. Hey, that's passion. However you show your passion, this team has earned, I think, it's earned your support. I think for some of you, I may speak out of turn here, I think this team's won the hearts of some of the fans in this city, too.
No question.
It's easy to root for this club.
You think he'd be like Samson if he cut his hair, he'd lose his voice?
I wouldn't want to try it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Don't be scared.
Don't be scared, he says.
Notice it's all clean, too. I love it.
Oh, yeah, he's not riding anybody.
Line drive up the ladder. Sorry about that, Julius. And Chris Young, more importantly. I bet he thinks he's got this one. I know Chris was hoping he had it. Oh, yeah. Oh. The irony of it all is, as Julius gives the pitcher a hard time for keeping the runner close, if you play for Kirk Gibson, you better keep the runner close on the other side.
That's right.
Or he'll give you the business, make Julius seem like nothing.
You know, guys measure their leads different ways. Some of them feel it'll take a big enough lead that if they just fell, the fingertips would reach the bag. Others will go by rhythm and count.
0-1 the count, Colin Cowgill.
He gets a pretty good lead. Talking about Roberts.
Takes off, picked on a breaking ball, throw, tag, he's in there. Well, you're right on that one, Joe. That's a couple of stolen bases, and for Ryan, that's 18 this year.
He's walked, I got him walking 3 times.
Yes, that's right.
So he's, and I mean, at first, he's in there. I'll give him about an 8 on that dive. I love that uni.
Well, he came after him with a good 2-strike fastball. We're glad to have you with us, Brad, down by the dugout. Joe Garagiola, Darren Sutton up here, and thanks for inviting us into your home tonight. We hope you've had a good night to this point. Arizona leads it 4-1 if you're just joining us. Breaking ball, high pop up. Back of Shorty. He had a hanger, he just didn't do what he wanted to with it. So Colin is 0 for 3 with a walk. If you're just joining us, home runs by Paul Goldschmidt and Justin Upton, part of the offense, but also a really solid inning by Willie Bloomquist, reaching in the 7th, breaking up a double play. Eventually, a Miguel Montero RBI would follow. Sean Burroughs now will pinch hit. .273 this year. Last time he was called upon in this situation, he picked up a pinch hit. He too kind of represents this team.
He does. He does. He's fit right in. I mean, you can see the fun that they have on the bench after he gets on base.
He basically begged his way back into pro baseball. Humbly did so.
And worked his way.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, he had worked to get to the chance just to ask. Just to humble himself. And Kevin Towers said, I make you no promises. You can come to camp, minor league camp. Go play in the minor leagues, let's see what you can do. And he has rewarded that man for giving him a second chance.
Yes, he did. And it's been a good move.
Good fastball, 1-2 the count. You know, Burroughs, too, since the middle of August, right about when you kids went back to school, he's 12 of his last 35, so he's on a nice roll at the right time. I mean, you think about that timing. That's when the Diamondbacks have made their move in the standings. That's a 343 clip. He's had a lot of key pinch hits. Many of you may remember that home run he hit in Washington that kind of turned things around for this team.
That was a biggie.
Fastball, fly ball, well struck, left center field, run down out there by Maben. Put a nice pass on it, but he comes up empty. The Diamondbacks have 3 more outs to get, and it will be a victory in Game 1 over the Padres. Star Ian Kennedy on a Cy Young run, one shy of his career high in strikeouts. He didn't walk a batter. Pitched into the 8th inning, just one earned run allowed for Ian Kennedy. The right-hander was fabulous tonight, leaned on his secondary stuff later in the ball game. Wanted to complete the 8th inning. I think that's as far as he would have gone, though. And now on out of that bullpen, looking to lock down save number 38. The veteran right-hander, the Michigander, J.J. Putz. And that's how good he has been since August the 12th.
It's interesting to me, Darren, as he looks down right now. What's he looking for? What's he doing? He does that before every pitch.
And we're going to find out. I know you had noticed that. Love your keen eye and the things that. And he does it again as he comes set. Pitches inside, 1-0 the count.
You know, you would think, well, maybe he's deciding what pitch he's going to use, but no, because he looks in for the sign, and, well, maybe he's got the pitch in his mind. I'm sure he has, and if it corresponds with what his catcher calls for, he goes for it.
A dangerous bat in Maben. He comes after him with the fastball. It's coming our way. And right back out of the booth. All right. Almost took out our statistician over there, Kurt Zachary.
Hey, I got hit with one of those this year. That's enough.
That's plenty. Attaboy, Zach, man. Way to dive under the desk. My goodness.
He's got a stat on that, I'll bet you.
Fastball in on his hands. Oh, look at that. It's a fair ball.
Yeah.
That's a tough break for Montero. A real tough break. As he went to pick it up, it checked up, and he almost went past it.
He did. It was like a snake. It hit the soft ground. Watch him. Now he sees it. Now he's going to barehand. Whoop! It went back. It's got tremendous spin because and he's got a fast runner, and he knows he's in trouble. And he flips it, but no chance.
Maben's got a couple of hits on the night. Rare is it when a major leaguer hits a ball 2 feet from home plate that they get a base hit, but that's what happened.
Look like a line drive tomorrow in the morning paper.
Can you take that to arbitration? Will your agent take that hit?
Absolutely, he'll take it to arbitration. Probably lead off with it. That thing was worth about $50,000 right there.
I know the count.
All you got in my day was an insult.
Kyle Blanks takes outside, 2-0 the count on Blanks.
Roy Campanella, who had a great sense of humor, a great guy. I hit one like that. He picked it up and threw me out by 40 feet. And as I came back to the bench, he said, "We're not going to play you to pull anymore." But Montero had no chance with the spin that ball was on.
Huge jump, took a strike, 2-1 the count, stole it standing up. And for Maben, that's 35 stolen bases.
I wonder why they didn't give it a defensive interference or whatever they call it. Indifference. Defensive indifference. That's the statistic. Because nobody was covering.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. The Padres lead the National League in stolen bases. Diamondbacks have 112, including tonight, making 113. San Diego 157. That just keeps them out of a double play, though, is all that does.
That's what it does. I like double plays.
Swing and a miss, split-fingered fastball. Miguel Montero on top of it. Battery worked well together on that one.
Really breaks down. Nice play by Montero. He gets a good grip on it, and he sets himself up on the fair side of home plate, and first base throw, and easy out.
And Orlando Hudson in this situation still manages to bend his old teammate's ear as he gets into the box.
Oh, he's something.
These two went to the postseason together as teammates in 07. Fastball strike. Hudson, of course, was injured, and if you'll remember, Augie Ojeda had to take his spot, and what a September Augie Ojeda had. Seems like a million years ago now as we look at J.J. Putt's work, doesn't it, folks? Miguel was a baby back then. Fastball is high, 1-1 the count.
Well, he's got a real good idea what he wants to do.
Don't forget our post-game show immediately following this ball game. Jody and Joe ready to go. Didn't mean to rhyme, but the 1-1. Topper, not an easy play. Willie off balance. A nice play, though, by Bloomquist. 2 outs.
He's going to give it a try if he thinks he's got a chance. He had to roam pretty far for this one, and he's running away and off balance. Good throw. Boy, he gives you a day's work.
One and 0 the count. The 1-0 from JJ is at the knees.
Perfect pitch.
Miguel had given a sign as JJ had said yes, so he said, all right, let's start again. Putt said yes to a fastball, but for some reason Miguel gave a split after that, so he said, let's start over.
Good idea. Stay away from the pass ball, our wild pitch.
Good fastball right on him. 1-2 the count.
Crowd now into it.
There's a lot of Gibson fans and Diamondbacks fans, and some new ones around this town and around this state. The veteran wheels and deals and into the dirt. Nice job, Montero, with the runner on third. 2-2.
Got down nicely. He's trying hard to block that ball. Here's his pitch of decision right here. Got to make it happen.
JJ deals it. Topper, foul ball. He was on that. That's a good protect on a 2-2 split fingered.
That ball really was diving. He's doing calisthenics. He's talking to himself. That was a pitch that had him thinking.
JJ, the 2-2, got him! The Diamondbacks' magic number is 12 to win the National League Western Division title. They have won 13 consecutive games here at home. And for the Arizona Diamondbacks, their ace, Ian Kennedy, he's a 19-game winner. 4-1 is the final. Kennedy with his 19th win. Arizona's lead on the San Francisco Giants is 7 1/2 games now in the National League Western Division. And for the right to catch the Milwaukee Brewers and open at home and play the Atlanta Braves, that's getting tight. They're breathing down Milwaukee's neck now. A game and a half back. as the Phillies beat the Brewers tonight. Well, this was an honor to be a part of it again. Arizona continues to rule. 21 games over 500 for the first time since September of 2007. We got to get to the post-game show. Joe and I will rejoin you. Jody Jackson will host it. Joe Borowski, you bet. 19 post-game show after the break.